On a family inside a Rochester parking garage is now prompting new safety measures.
We want this to be a family environment.
Good evening, I'm Don Alhart. Monroe County officials are increasing security at the Civic Center Garage after police say a man was attacked in front of his family on Saturday afternoon by a homeless man. Dane Chaco is live at the Civic Center Garage now to tell us why county leaders believe the changes they're going to make will work.
Yeah, Don, the county has already installed new lighting and updated cameras to improve overall safety. And for events, the county plans to have multiple guards on each floor to prevent attacks from happening again. People who park in the Civic Garage Center often are already noticing changes.
These new lights they put in recently make the place look much brighter, and that's just the last couple of weeks.
New lights and updated video cameras are part of the county's plan to improve overall safety following an assault on the first floor of the garage Saturday afternoon. Police say 24-year-old Tyrone Oliver aggressively approached a man walking with his wife and 9-year-old after a hockey game. Court papers include the victim's description of the attack. He threw me to the ground and then grabbed the hockey stick. He swung the hockey stick at me and hit me again in the left forearm. A witness helped the family into their car and called police. The head of Monroe County Public Safety says security was not present when the incident happened because of a schedule change at the Blue Cross Arena. The county says moving forward, there will be 24/7 security and multiple guards on each floor for events.
We feel as though our best course of action to be able to control and maintain safety is with security presence, because we could do that immediately.
Tantello says Oliver is one of the many homeless people who stay in the garage. He says removing people is not part of the plan.
So we don't want to just simply kick someone out, remove them from the garage without a plan, because then now we have harmed an individual in a different way. And I'm not advocating that violence should occur here. That is not acceptable.
The county has recently placed 70 individuals in shelters, warming centers, and hotels and offered support services. An advocate who works with the homeless regularly says those options aren't long term.
We know what it's like to go through the system, try to go through the system, and how many barriers are in place. And that's what I believe we're really facing here is a lot of mental health issues, untreated mental health issues. And if we had something that worked, then we could prevent things like the attack that happened to that poor gentleman.
The suspect pleaded not guilty to assault in court yesterday. He is also accused of punching a police officer in April 2020 after he was asked to leave a convenience store.
This morning, the United Way is kicking off its 104th annual campaign.
And this year, it plans to cover 6 counties. There is a lot new this year. Jamie Saunders is the president and CEO of the United Way of Greater Rochester and the Finger Lakes, and she's starting this busy day with us this morning, and we appreciate you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a great way to start the day.
We are so happy you're here. Let's start with this campaign, and now the second campaign in the middle of a pandemic. Talk about the importance of this fundraising effort, especially in the times we've been in, and how the United Way is still helping so many local organizations.
Yeah, so this is our 104th annual community campaign. So United Way, every year we ask the community to join in collective giving, and it doesn't matter the size of donation, it all pulls together into something fantastic to support a critical network of human service providers. And as you just shared, last year we became a United Way of Greater Rochester and the Finger Lakes. So this is making history today, our first 6 county kickoff. Bill Goodrich is our campaign chair from 2021, CEO and managing partner at Latouche Construction. He has been tremendous. He'll share the great news this morning, and then we're going to introduce our 2022 campaign chair.
Can you just describe for people as they give, no matter what amount, where that money goes in our community?
Yeah, it stays local. Every single dollar stays local. At United Way, our job is to look across the community to see trends, to see where the incredible problems are, and to invest in those for solutions. We support a critical network of human service agencies that count on us, that count on our community. And we provide multi-year grants. We invest in a range. Some of our partners will be with us today in a safe, socially distanced live kickoff at noon. People can tune in. It's 30 minutes of inspiration, and you can see your dollars in action. But critically, our nonprofits need us. Many are reporting that right now is worse than in March of 2020. A lot of fundraisers still couldn't take place last year. Their services continue to climb in terms of the demand and the complexity of the problems, and they are turning to us, they're turning to United Way, and we are excited to kick off another year of generosity from this amazing community.
Jamie, that need is needed now more than ever. We're going to talk more with you after 7:30 on Fox Rochester. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you so much.
It's the virus we've spent 2 years trying to avoid.
Tonight, doctors are concerned that more people are trying to get infected with COVID to build natural immunity.
I can see how people could think that, and it's maybe tempting.
There are people getting COVID on purpose just to get it over with. Good evening. I'm Jenny Ryan.
And I'm Doug Embledge. Doctors say that is a dangerous mindset, and for many reasons. 13 Wham's Carla Rogner explains why it is still important to slow the spread.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci and others have said most of us will end up getting the very contagious Omicron variant eventually, but experts say staying protected for as long as possible is better for you and better for others.
It was a long 10 days.
Kyle Miller of Avon is one of many Americans feeling COVID fatigue. He caught the virus in December.
It definitely feels like a little bit of a relief, maybe getting it off my shoulders, but I mean, there's always the possibility of reinfection and definitely feeling the effects after having it for sure. So it wasn't a good time.
Experts say a COVID infection is followed by about 90 days of natural immunity. But getting the virus is a risk for anyone.
You might spread it to other vulnerable people. You yourself might get prolonged symptoms, even though you have an asymptomatic or mild infection, such as loss of smell, loss of taste, fatigue, shortness of breath.
And each new infection is an opportunity for a new variant to develop.
The more opportunity it has to morph into a different variant that's going to cause more problems, maybe even worse than Omicron.
The medical community learns about the virus every day. One thing they know for sure, COVID-19 is still unpredictable.
I think to take up that approach and say, oh my gosh, throw up hands, my whole family has it. But at least buy yourself a little bit of time by trying to prevent yourself from getting it. Maybe next week there'll be more these antiviral pills available, or we'll know more about the benefits or lack of benefits of another booster shot.
It's why doctors say people should continue taking precautions to avoid getting COVID. After getting the virus a year ago,
it definitely kicked my butt when I got back to work.
Sean Whitcomb says it's not worth having it again just to gain natural immunity.
It was completely different. It wasn't really anything that you would experience, and you didn't think it was a real thing until it actually did happen to you.
Dr. Lesho says the bottom line is it's still important to reduce the spread of COVID-19 for both personal health and the health of the community. He says people should never assume how they will respond to the virus.